Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name's Mike Shearer and I want to talk to you today about the pros and cons of franchising. By that I mean owning and running a franchise business, not being the franchisee as opposed to being the franchisor. There aren't too many cons really, but there are a few. But anyway, just let's cover the pros for a start. Pros are that you can run your own business. It's often a turnkey business. You just arrive, open the door, and away you go. Everything's provided. In other words, you'll have an operating manual, you'll have procedures to follow, you will have a system, you'll have uniforms provided, you'll know how many staff you need, everything is just there, and all you do is pretty much just follow the instructions one after another. Sorry if the video's a bit shaky, I'll just move it a little bit closer. Yeah, so that's the advantage of it. You can have little or no business experience whatsoever, as long as you follow the rules. In fact, sometimes it's better not to have any experience or not to have any preconceived ideas, only to have an open mind and not to be blinkered by an employee mindset. So have an open mind and just do exactly what you're told. Do what the franchise tells you, and you will undoubtedly be successful. So that's the biggest advantage of it. You're in charge. You're your own boss. You're the CEO of your own business, and all's good. You know, everything hinges on you. You make the decisions, whether you win or lose, make a lot of money, go broke, whatever. It's all up to you. You make the decisions. Now the disadvantages, the cons, are that you're part of a system. You do have to follow the system. You have to follow the procedures, the manual explicitly. You have to do exactly what you're told and do it exactly right. You have to have the right marketing paraphernalia, and I forgot what they call it. There's a proper word for it. You've got to have the right uniforms. You've got to have so many staff. You've got to have a bank account with so much money in it. You've got to have working capital. So that's one thing. If you're a person who wants to be an entrepreneur and in business for yourself, and you don't like being told what to do, then a franchise won't be for you. Trust me, I've been there. Secondly, you must not borrow money to go into a franchise. Well, no, it's not quite true. You must not borrow a huge amount of money. You don't want to be so far in debt that you're never going to be able to pay back the debt as well as pay all the fees that go with it. So do your due diligence, be very spot on with your budgeting and your cash flow analysis. Do all those things very, very well. If you don't know how to do that, get help. But do not go into it if you're going to be heavily indebted and you're not going to be able to service the debt. The next con is associated with that, and that is that there's fees to be paid. Now, you'll pay a franchise fee to purchase the franchise. Then you have to purchase stock. You have to pay wages often. You have to buy your plant machinery, and you have to provide all the other things that go with running that business. All the franchisor does is provide the system and the manual basically on how to do it, and tell you where to go and buy things. Which brings me to another con. You have to buy your products from an approved purchaser. The franchise has to approve where you buy your stuff from, and it can be consistent with all the other franchises around the place. So broadly, those are the pros and cons of buying a franchise or being a franchisee or of franchising. Thanks very much for listening. Now, if you don't want to have all that hassle, you still want to have a franchise type business, but you don't want to be dictated to by a franchisor. You don't want to suffer pretty much all the cons that I've just outlined. They just simply don't exist. Then consider network marketing, and you can have all the joys and the pros, all the advantages that go with franchising. They actually call it Franchise 2.0 now. It's the same sort of thing. You can have all the advantages that go with franchising without all the negatives that come with it. So click on the link in the description down below. It's called myperfectbusinessmodel.com. myperfectbusinessmodel.com, all one word, lowercase. Type that in, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks very much for listening, and I'll see you later. Just got to find me a button now to switch this thing off. Here it is. See ya.